Mmm. 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 Ay-ya. Mmm. 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 Perfect. Perfect coffee. That's how it's done, boys. That's right, Lily. You tell them. So we've got the Wallower team, but with my twist on it, right? We always add a little bit of a twist. We want to get shield pressure, so we are going to use Shadow Shiftery. I think it can put you in some pretty good situations. Now, this is our first try with this team. I don't have practice with this team. I always run it blind with you guys, so let's try it out. I do have experience. Disclaimer, I do have experience with all these Pokemon individually, but now we're just going to throw them all on a team and see how we do. All right, let's get into it. All right, so here it is. There it is. So I was going back and forth, like, do I want to use his line or do I want to use the Shadow? I think I just want to use the Shadow because psychologically it just does something to people. I know Shiftery is better on paper, but Shadow Shiftery gets into people's heads and makes them shield and makes them swap and makes them do weird things that they normally don't do. So once again, guys, I haven't played this team. I have played these Pokemon, but I have not played this team specifically before. So it's a learning experience for me. We do end up going positive in this set. And yeah, it's really cool kind of to watch the progression. Once I get into the groove of how to play this team is so strong, guys. Like, Wallower is an absolute madman when it comes to these teams. Yeah, of course we have some, yeah, there she is, Lily in the background. Thanks, guys, for caring about, asking about Lily when she was sick. She's still home hanging out, but she's feeling better. So thank you, guys, I appreciate it. So this Pelipper is a problem. We have to get rid of it. We don't want it either A, being used as a third shield later on, which Pelippers are great for, or B, having enough health to where it gets to a Weather Ball at endgame, because they get to Weather Balls so darn quick. So we're going to shield this Hurricane here, kind of preserve our Jellicent. Let's see what he has here. Oh, and it's a Stunfisk, which is kind of cool because we have a, we have a neutral matchup against Stunfisk with our Jellicent. We are going to be able to get off maybe two of these Shadow Balls. So there goes one of them. And we're not going to shield anything. So, I mean, if he Earthquakes us, he Earthquakes us. It kind of is what it is at this point. He Rock Slides, which is great because we're going to be able to CMP tie. Okay. Going to be able to CMP tie, which is great because that means he has to dump his energy and we're either going to get a shield or a huge chunk of damage. And look at that, about 40% damage. It's fantastic. And yeah, there's the CMP tie, which is great because now he, wastes his energy. And we immediately come back in with Shiftery because, believe it or not, Shiftery gives Stunfisk a lot of problems. This is where, like, the psychological aspect comes in because you'll see later on in the sets. But yeah, he definitely shields. And this is going to be really funny because we're not going to shield. We don't need to shield the first attack from a Stunfisk. You just don't. And that gets into people's heads, right? They're like, oh yeah, we'll definitely be taking this thing out, no problem. But no, Shadow Shiftery can take the hits from Stunfisk. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So down goes the Stunfisk. In comes the Bastiodon. Now he knows I have to Panic Throw here. So once again, what comes back to haunt us? The Pelipper, right? This is why I hate Pelippers. They're so useful as third shields and quick Weather Ball spammers. So there it goes. And of course, we make the quick swap into our Ghost because we have a shield, so we can make this a close match, right? We can make this a close match. Sneaking in that that Hex was kind of key, but you'll see what that right there. You saw that gosh, what is it? Rock Attack, throwing rocks, rock throw, snuck in, which turns this from an outright win into a very close loss for this matchup. You'll see what happens. Remember, this is our first attempt with this team. Oh, Lily, that is not good for commentary videos to be throwing that around. All right, so there. He has, that one hex would have killed him. Oh, and of course, perfect timing for the battery. But we are both 3-turn fast moves, so we simul KO. So our first battle, guys, our first battle is a tie. As you can tell, I'm kind of getting used to this team. Maybe I wouldn't have panic thrown there, or I shouldn't have panic thrown there. Maybe I should have instantly swapped into the Drift Blim and pocketed that Leaf Blade, because that would have given us a victory, but you live and you learn. All right, so Stunfisk, once again, not a bad matchup. Usually depends on what they have in the back. So let's see how we play this out. All right. Yeah, so understanding Pokemon and their matchups is very key. Very key to winning in this game, guys. It really is. We had a little bit of lag there. We lost out on a few turns, which is very unfortunate because that gives him an extra mud shot. Kind of frustrating, but what are you going to do? There we go. We do fast move deny there, though. So we are able to throw another Leaf Blade. Goes out, and now he has to start respecting the Shiftry, right? He has to start respecting us. We are going to get to another Leaf Blade here, so we'll see what he wants to do, right? Does he want to just be even shields and lose swap? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now, you guys will see, I could have easily won this game had I known my matchups better. It's why I say, know your matchups in this game. Know your limitations. Know exactly when to swap. Because in this game, look, we're even shields. I got 2 ice users, or Pokemon with ice moves, right? Okay, so you guys saw me click that, right? Rewind the video if you have to. I clicked that Icy Wind. Yeah, I clicked that Icy Wind, but leads to an overtap. I don't know why that happened, but that lost us the game. That, hands down, lost us this game. So maybe I should have won, maybe I could have won, but yeah, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Oh, Lily. Lily. I know, you're very good at commentating Pokemon. So yeah, this is very unfortunate here for us. Put us in a very bad situation. Yeah. I mean, my only chance here is now to farm down with Drift Blim. That's kind of the situation that we've been put in here, which really stinks. And maybe if I had shielded this and thrown, it would have been a better idea. But I need to get 2 ice attacks off against Tropius because it is so bulky. It will take 2 ice attacks to get down. So now my only chance is to completely farm down this Pelipper. And once again, you see why Pelipper is just a pain in the butt, because our killing Hex will go through as it gets off its Weather Ball. So unfortunately, it'll be our first loss with this team, but thank goodness our only loss with this team. So it's okay though, right? It happens. It's a learning experience for all of us trying out new teams. But now we know, we should have won that match. Like I said, if you go back, you'll see me tapping on Icy Wind to force the CMP at the Aerial Ace, and for some reason, it just over-tapped instead. Very frustrating set of circumstances, but what can you do? All right, Umbreon. Umbreon. Now, Umbreon versus Shiftry is an interesting matchup. He's able to sneak in a Snarl there, which on paper he shouldn't be able to do because A, we fast move denied using our move counts, and B, if you go on PvP Poke, it's not supposed to happen there. He's not supposed to be able to sneak in a Snarl there, so we're going to have to eat a Last Resort, unfortunately. But luckily, we are a spam machine. We are an absolute savage animal, and people don't like to shield their Umbreon, but you're going to find that this guy does something interesting. Something very interesting. So he's going to throw his energy here. We are going to shield because we're going to do something kind of cool here, right? Because I realized that we have an opportunity. As he gets to that move right there, see how it just snuck in? I knew that he was going to get that snarl in, but that's going to allow us to force a CMP tie if he shields. So he shields, force a CMP, and Shiftry wins the CMP. So now we either get both shields, and then we can just go into a shields down situation, or we can allow the Shiftry to go down. But I want to go even shields here. We can win this matchup. I'd rather go even shields and be able to maintain swap, because as you guys know, ghosts here are very powerful when shields are down. And we have two bulky boys ready to go. Now, what's going to happen here is this Ninetales should be able to get us down, but we're going to be able to get the Ninetales into the red, right? Which means we're going to be able to farm on Drifblim, and a loaded Drifblim is one of the most dangerous Pokemon in the game. You'll find that that's kind of the common theme of this team. The common theme of the team is these Pokemon are super dangerous. All right. So we weren't able to get to the next Shadow Ball, but that's fine because now we get to load up on energy, right? We get 2 hexes in. Now I could have just farmed this thing down, even though Hex has resisted, but I wasn't quite sure if he had gotten an extra snarl in the matchup against Shiftry, and I didn't want to risk him getting it off as the killing Hex went through. And he's got a Hypno in the back. And once again, Ghosts with shields down are just absolutely monstrous machines. So the double Ghost line, putting in work here. Absolute units, every one of them. So what are we at now? We're at a tie, we're at a loss, and we're at a win. So we are picking up steam now. All right, we are picking up steam. So let's see how we do. All right, going up against Senkei Daisu. Senkei Daisu. All right, so Shiftry comes out into a Lapras. Now we're going to build up the 2 Leaf Blades and die. This is where Shadow Shiftry definitely is better, right? This is a psychological game. If I have a normal Shiftry in there, he doesn't shield one of the Leaf Blades, right? So we shield once, right? We're going to shield once here. And we're going to be able to get 2 of these through so that we can get both of these shields back. So you guys will be able to see. Okay. And there you go. So that's Shadow Shiftry. That's the power of Shadow Shiftry, being able to get both shields. Shields are down. We have Ghosts. Jellicent, Walls, Lapras. So let's go. Let's go. All right, now 1 Shadow Ball won't kill Shadow Lapras. However, it will put it in farm down range. He can throw all the surfs he wants. We are not to be bothered by them, right? Okay, so here it comes. Shadow Ball is going to come through. All right, and as you can see, he's going to be able to get off a surf, but we are going to farm him down. And once again, up a shield now, up energy, 2 Ghost Pokemon. Let's get it. Let's get it. Double Ghost putting in work. Meganium. That's fine. Because shields are down. Once again, guys, shields are down, and we have 2 Pokemon that use Ice, right? Boom. Meganium in trouble. And it's a... You guys are having trouble with Defense Form Deoxys, this is the team for you. I'm telling you guys. This team absolutely embarrasses Defense Form Deoxys. Because not only are we going to mark him, we are going to farm him down, and yeah, he's... and then we would have had an Icy Wind to throw at the Meganium, which it gets walled by Drifblim. So there you have it. Another win, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. We're able to see how effective this team is against Defense Form Deoxys teams, which are, for some reason, all the rage right now. Everybody wants to use Defense Form Deoxys. And of course, Hypno. But we have one more. Brawly Super Saiyan. Oh, fan of the old Brawly movies. Gosh, man, Brawly, those movies came out, like, I think it was in, like, 8th grade, like, 2000. Or 1999, I don't know. When was I in 8th grade? A long time ago. All right, so we have an energy lead on this thing. Once again, guys, how many times do I need to say it? Ghosts with an energy lead are a problem. They are a problem. So we get the shield, able to maintain hex parity here, and boom, we got an extra hex. So he was not paying attention to fast move denial tactics, and I think he realizes now that we're up 2 hexes, and he wasn't able to sneak one in there. So that being the case, his wisest bet is to just let the Jellicent go down, which is what he does. All right, Grand Bull. Okay, so we got to get that last shield back, or the last shield. We have to. We don't really have a choice. You don't want a Charmer on your Shiftry, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me. Just trust me. You don't want it. Although one Leaf Blade would probably smack this thing into oblivion. It's not a good situation. Getting to that Leaf Blade is questionable. Right, so here comes the crunch. He's not going to be able to get to another crunch on that thing, so he's going to have to dip, right? He's totally loaded on energy. What do we have here? Okay, so we sack Shiftry, because there's one of two situations with the Medicham. Either he has Power Up Punch or Ice Punch. Ice Punch, fine. He dumps all his energy. We go in and Shadow Ball him to death, and we have a little bit of an energy advantage against the... what's it called there? A little bit of energy advantage against the Grand Bull, right? Here's what we do. We get 1 hex in, because that's all we need. We're going to beat him to crunch, and he's not going to be able to charm us down in time. He'll be a charm short, I believe. Okay, and there it is. Grand Bull goes down. We go on a 3-game run with this team, knowing almost nothing about it, or how to play it, other than watching Wallower's video. So there you have it, guys. 1 tie, 1 loss, 3 win streak. Absolutely monstrous team. Ghosts with energy. We've always known this. Ghosts with energy are very powerful. Clearly, there's issues against like a double dark, but that's usually why if you see a Tropius in the lead, you swap in one of your ghosts immediately and draw out the dark for Shiftry to take care of. That's it. I love you guys. Stop by the live stream, and I will see you guys later. Generation out.